cracking, everybody? Good morning. I'm outside the shop and waiting for the boss. So I figured go ahead and record one right now, see how far I can get because I want to clock in, get that OT. But, anyways, this one has to do with while I was still in the county jail fighting my murder beef. So, those of you that have been following me on the channel know I had got out of YA and I was out 5 months. And then I picked up a murder. And when I first got arrested, I was sent to a grand jury and indicted for special circumstances of lying in wait. They're saying it was premeditated. And so the reason why they did that is so that they had the option of life without parole or the death penalty for me, right? And so for the first 9 months that I was in the county jail fighting my case, all my co-defendants had snitched. And so, they were going back and forth with the DA about deals and shit. With me, nothing was going to happen because of that charge of special circumstances, right? So finally, 9 months in, we had a 995 motion. My attorney filed a 995 motion, and my crimies, their attorneys jumped on it to try to get stuff taken off of their cases, and I wound up winning. The judge ruled in our favor and dismissed the special circumstances of lying in wait. Once that happened, then it was I could be found guilty of a first degree or second degree or a manslaughter, But had I had the special circumstances stayed, it wouldn't have mattered if I got found guilty of first or second degree. They still would have hit me with that LWOP or the death penalty. And so after I won that, my attorney came to visit me, and I remember telling him, "Hey, fuck this back and forth. I don't want to do no deals. You know what I mean? Like, let's just do it like this. Go to the DA, tell him that I'll take a deal right now today for 30 years. No L, 30 years." Because every deal they were trying to offer me was a life sentence, right? So I told him, just tell him I'll take 30 years and that's it. And my attorney was like, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yeah, I don't want to be going back and forth. I want to go to the joint. I want to get my time started. And, I'm not taking anything that they offer with an L." So he's like, "Okay." So he takes off. And I'm thinking they're going to do it, right? And he comes back like, I don't know if it was like a week later or whatever it was. And he sits down and we're visiting. And he's like, "Man, these guys really hate your guts." And I was like, "That's fine. I hate them too. But what's going on though?" And he goes, "Actually, the DA was okay with the deal, but the chief of police and the sheriff both said, 'Fuck no, we don't ever want this guy getting out again.'" And he goes, "They stopped it. The DA's office was down with it, but the police chief and the sheriff weren't." And I remember I was like, "Fuck them." And I was, the way I was back then, and I was like, "Well, then fuck them," this and that. And the thing is, and this is what a lot of people don't get, back then, a life sentence was a death penalty in California. We had a governor that said the only way a killer's getting out is in a pine box. It was the truth. Like, there was no difference between a death penalty and a life sentence over here, because either way you're gonna probably die from old age or murdered. You know what I mean? You're gonna get killed either by another inmate or a cop, right? Because death row in California doesn't kill anybody. So it was like the same thing, man, right? But I'll tell you one thing, and I know it's kind of spiteful, and I shouldn't be spiteful because I'm grateful for my prison experience. It changed me. But had the DA been able to convince the police chief and the sheriff, I would barely be getting out. And people have to keep in mind nowadays, with the way the CDC is set up, it's more incentive based. If you go to AA for a certain amount of time, you get a certain amount of time taken off when you can get out, or when you can see the board. If you get a AA degree in college, you get like 6 months off. Bachelor's, that's another 6 months. Master's, there's so many things now that they've added in through the ARC, again, Anti-Recidivism Coalition, to make it to where you're gonna do as much time as you choose to do, right? So if you get an L, you have action, right? But these dudes that are fucking up, that come in and they're like, oh, I got a date, I don't got to do all that. They're gonna do all that time. Catching. I would rather, at my age right now, I would. No, I'm not even gonna entertain that thought. Never mind, because I'm not putting that in the atmosphere. But it's just a trip. I think about that sometimes. How had they said, yeah, we'll give him that deal just to get him out of here? I think, what was it, 93, 2003? Oh, wait. 2003, 2013, 2012. I would actually be getting out next year sometime. I would still be in there. Instead, I've been out 5 years. Hold on. Low battery, guys. I've been out 5 years. I've been a productive member of society. I've been a taxpayer. I've been able to enjoy this sunshine, this overcast day. Everything that I did, either way, I would have deserved it though, but I'm grateful for what I have. I'm going to go ahead and end this here because I think my boss is pulling up, but I'm grateful that they didn't take my offer for that deal. All right, I'm out.